Hi, Bindia. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
I'm Tanja. I'm from Slovenia, and we just had a half an hour meetup exchange with Bindia just to get to know ourselves, to feel ourselves, and we would like to share with you a few minutes on the insights from the challenge, but also link it to current situation. And Bindia, she's an artist, an author, so I give you the floor first that you share your part.
Thank you, Tanya. Thank you so much. It is a joy indeed to be here, to connect to you, to be a part of the challenge. And regarding the challenge, I think what I have learned from the various videos, it looks very simple, but there's a lot of content, there's a lot of learning there from Tahira, from Dr. Kripal, from Melanie, so many insights, you know. And for me, it's great learning really, because I've never done too many videos or never done too much of, speaking virtually, except of course, meetings and all that is a different thing. But to do the way Melanie has taught us and given us so many directions is wonderful. And apart from that, like you said, in context of the present situation, the pandemic we are facing, I think it's also interesting and very important to do other things, because we are facing this reality now for more than a year, and we are going to continue to deal with it for some time, till we are able to wipe it off the face of this earth. Fingers crossed for that. And it's very important to do something creative, I think, to keep your creative juices flowing in these times is really important, to keep your own healthy balance, and also to give hope and to encourage others. So I feel this challenge has somewhere unlocked that in me in a more proactive way. I mean, being a writer, I write on and off. I, send out my articles, and short stories and poems are published. But also, I don't do it in a very, very disciplined manner. Like I do it when I feel like doing it. So this challenge and this thing which Melanie said, okay, make a video, put it up, this has kind of given me that, after a whole day's work, we have been trying to coordinate a relief material which is coming as medical aid from abroad. And then, I connect to you, and then I find the joy of sharing something which is completely different from the scenario. That gives you a lot of energy to also deal better with the situation.
Mm.
So you are, of course, a coach, like you have shared. So please tell me what you think, because you're in a little different situation right now vis-a-vis the pandemic and the Golden Doors challenge. How do you feel? What is your experience?
Thank you. Yeah, I meet and talk with many people as a coach, consultant, but also being part of many international networks. And due to COVID, we're really more connected or connecting. Um, I think it's similar. What happened during this challenge in relation to speaking and writing, to take the time to really be present, to dive in, maybe write more one sentence, one word, than 5 pages that I often need to deliver, right? Or do on demand work as a consultancy. Here it was more how to be present for people and really not knowing what's the right help, right? And this, I think, also deepened my service in a way too, because the coach needs to be good listener, right? And the more you practice this skill, the better. And needs to be an art. And sometimes you're just not in the good space I mean, you're trained, but it can be done better and better. And I think it's offered me and still does to really listen or to listen more and listen better. And then being more discern what's mine or up to me to serve, how to really help. because often we can do so much, we think we can do so much, we want to do so much, but maybe that's not really a good help, right? So I think
Yes,
COVID
totally.
situation, us all were being so long in it, but then also experiencing some specifics from the environments, families that we are part of, or what our people go through, our nations, countries, cultures, with all these changes. I think that was another opener, not just of the mind, because often it's just, oh, we are so much alike, but again, we don't know, or we can do it better, right? And it was a lot of, I don't know, it was even more heart opening, I would say, to give this space, to provide it. Because what's happening now, Slovenia is going through, now we're opening up a little bit after the third wave. And people can meet due to, of course, being clear with precautions, but and obeying them, but they need to talk in person. So previously we would have 1 hour, 1.5 hour session, right, on coaching, but now people, can you just listen to me? I say, yeah, you have me here, right? But it's not all coaching. It's just providing safe space to be heard. Yeah, so that people can express. So this is, I think, also changing us professionally, me personally, definitely. And for the challenge, I think it's so much into it of this communication that I can still explore. Not just me as a coach for my profession, me doing good service, but also with clients in whatever role they are. I work a lot with leaders or people who like to be successful, or they work with many people, or they want to have results, but now it needs to be done maybe differently, or it's opportunity to do it differently. So I think the challenge helped me to slow down. I love that space, that it's short, but then it's whole week that I have this time, that I make the time for it. And it's in a way my time, dedicated for developing new skill, for deepening skill, or just my message clarified. So I'm super grateful for that. And I can meet amazing people like you. So that's another thing.
Like I already shared, I'm
Yeah.
so happy to meet you because, I have never taken professional coaching. So I'm very fascinated with that subject. And, maybe who knows, one of these days, it's nice to learn about different experiences. And I feel the pandemic has also been a great equalizer because the whole world is facing a similar situation, maybe in different stages. So I think there also has to be an alignment of, efforts. Excuse me, now this is a big mistake which shouldn't have happened, which has happened right in the middle of our recording. I'm so sorry for that. And I feel it has brought the world together to face a bigger enemy. And the sooner we understand that it's all one humanity, borders may separate our countries, but at the end of the day, till we all deal with it in a united way, it's highly unlikely for it to completely disappear. So we, like you said, it has opened our hearts.
I think also agree with you, and also it's shown because we all just met, right? We saw each other, although this Zoom is becoming tiring.
Yeah.
Uh, I often need the space to go in and experience, but we also show a lot on Zoom, right? Sometimes more that,
Yes.
or we notice more. So I like that part, and also how it showed, I don't know, more vulnerability, more authenticity, more what we're good at from different countries, different experts. So how we can learn from our diversity. For me, that was amazing to observe in different projects that I'm part of, because it just opens up the opportunity what we can create together. It doesn't have to be always the business or the project that will be, I
Yes.
don't
Yes.
know, in money value, but it does have the impact. If nothing else, we can learn from each other like now. So yeah, can you share more about your book that I'm watching, Dream Keeper?
Yes.
I just got the title and I was just amazed already. So
Yes,
beautiful.
Dreamkeeper is a book which was done also in a spirit of great sisterhood. My sister did the photographs, and I, of course, I'm a writer, so we did it together. So there was a lot of back and forth collaboration. Like you said, she's based in Dubai, I'm in Delhi, And so, there was a lot of to and fro, because for the poems to match with the written word, and each of us working in different spaces, so it required a lot of deep communication, thinking, meditating over it. So it was a great interesting exercise. And see this photograph, I want to show you. I don't know if you can see it. It's called Break Free. So I had chosen this particular poem to read, where it says, life must flow, the song must play. Let no unsung words remain. Let no waters stagnate. Move on, lighten up, tell yourself, brighten up, set aglow all you touch. Vulnerabilities shaken, floating in hope, break your shackles. So I felt, this whole scene is, and you spoke about vulnerabilities, that in Zoom, sometimes, in the virtual world, we see the vulnerabilities, we connect beyond just transactions, we connect more as human beings. So I've, got so emotional that I read this poem.
Thank you for choosing this poem, and also
It's a very
maybe
simple, small.
Yeah, no, but beautiful. What I admire, and this challenge showed, right, the words, the power of words, the choice behind it, the intention behind it, but also as a coach, I see it, how people are now more open often, right? So to be touched by a poem, an art, or something that someone else created. So it seems like we needed this pause, but also maybe to be heard as much as we are now, right? To feel again. So thank you for sharing that. I mean, for me, that's a topic that is dear to me. I talk about being powerful and free. So be free from different narration, different feelings around the sensation and from the culture. So thank you. That was beautiful. So what would be one message? I know you wrapped it up with your book, but one message that you would like to spread to our group, but also to the others in this time to make it, I don't know, easier, lighter?
I think in this situation, we all, at least what I have learned is whatever comes my way to be kinder, because we don't know which space people are coming from. We don't know what the struggles are. So I think we all, in that spirit of compassion, to be a little kinder. And the two golden words, the truths which I came to after Tahira's session, was transforming, freedom. So I don't know, I truly believe that the transforming from within is what gives you a lot of freedom. For me, writing this book uh, kind of liberated me, because it liberated me from what people think. This is my truth, this is me. So of course, you have to be careful. You don't want to hurt people, but at the same time, it is also very it's a huge sense of freedom, that you are scared that what will people think, what is the comment, what is the review. But then it's all right, because we need art to make sense of this world. Tanya, I truly feel that some kind of passion, hobby, some kind of art to keep our creative juices flowing gives us strength to move on and deal with the daily struggles we all go through.
It's powerful. I won't add anything else, but I'm second time emotional talking to
No, but
you.
I want to ask you, please share something about your golden truths before we sign off, because I would love
my
to know.
chosen topic was the experience that I had when my dad passed away
Okay.
8 years ago, now almost 9. And it was really this the sacredness of one life. And it was a shock when it happened. And I found him a few minutes when he passed away. after, but people would say, "Oh, it's pity that he didn't live one more day, more days." And I all the time heard, "You cannot demand more from life than it is. If he would have 1 minute more, he would be here, right?" So that was in a way through the exercises and through these peaceful moments that we've created in the challenge. That was my golden truth, to in a way bow down to the one life. And I think this time it just in a way touched me, because so many people are suffering. And I remember at the funeral, one person, I didn't even, because when people are good, they want to help, and everyone says something
Yes.
just right, right? There was one person that said, Tanya, death is the pain of the alive, right? And it just stuck me through those days. And I just said, oh, that's so wise. I mean, I wouldn't expect it for this person, but he just made it, right? And it's really because we are losing. We are losing. We are rejecting something. So for me, that's the golden truth in all these depths and answers. So that's something that I'm grateful also to have this opportunity to process through, to write, rewrite, edit it through. So I think it was kind of therapy that I needed again at this moment in time. So yeah, that. And it's transformation and freedom behind it. So I agree.
And you have reiterated.
Through.
Yeah, empowerment through, also there has to be a lot of acceptance, and you've reiterated, whenever nowadays someone sends me a message or asks me, how are you? How is it going? I only say one thing, each day is a gift. And this pandemic has made us really realize it. So live each day well and just do your best. And you really touched my core here by saying death is the pain of the living.
I mean, it's also what you said, that we don't know where people come from, right?
Yes.
Because my dad had a lung cancer 15 years before he passed away, right? And he got healthy, and then he lived 15 years very healthy life. So he passed away very healthy. It's just because of the half of the lungs, his heart worked double. So people, I mean, some knew, some didn't, right? And we always want more from it.
Yes.
But to us, we just, in a way, it was so much. That's it. This is it, right? I mean, it's hard, but, and doctors called it royal death. So for me, that's another golden truth, right?
Yes,
what we made of life and death, right? And living. So yeah, so that's just a process. But thank you for bringing the kindness. And yeah, let's conclude and leave the message of kindness with our group support.
I want to show you something. I want to show you, this is a person walking into the sea.
Yeah.
And then there are just 4 lines here. In letting go, we find. In finding ourselves, we let go. So your words brought this back to me. And I really thank you very much. I'm so glad we connected. I'm grateful to the Golden Doors for opening these channels of communication in such a beautiful way. I don't think I've had this kind of a heart-to-heart conversation for a very long time. I haven't had. Thank you, Tanya. I'm so glad we were able to connect.
Thank you. And yeah, so I'll just hug you.
Yes, just hug and hope
through golden doors, virtual ones, but yeah,
yes,
thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate as well.
Thank you very much. All right.